And I'll be using this under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And I'll be using this for criticism, comment, and news reporting, as well as teaching and research. All right. Let's keep the copyright disclaimer up in the top right as we go into this.
I don't even know. No, I don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. It's just more so it's an olive branch. Like if if you
Before we go any further, now he don't know if a sit down can see anything. It's just an olive branch. Didn't I ask him, y'all? Would he, like to sit down and talk to his father? Like, so it took me to get all his disrespect,
I don't even know.
right? It took for me to get all his disrespect for him to go up and sit on TMZ and tell me he's extending the olive branch when this is what I asked him to do. Right? Now look how humble he is, right? That's because all of y'all out there, and thanks to all of y'all, the majority, pulled his coat, by backing what I'm saying. Yo, Choke telling you right, brother. You know what I'm saying? And he realizes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy. I'm happy because what people thought was a BS conversation, I made a change in this young man's life. I made him think another way. I made him even consider wanting to extend the olive branch, and this is what I want for me. And so initially, I went to him to find out how can I do something to get the olive branch extended to me. And it took me and him to go have that verbal interaction. And for me, the disrespect, I'm not worried about it, but it was worth me taking it to get him to this point to where he just said it. Yo, it's in the olive branch. Like he's extending the olive branch. This is all I asked you to do, brother. And it don't matter how it happened. I'm just glad that it happened. And I know that in the face of the white man, it's like you in court right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see when I showed the young thug trial, um, and you see how all the guys, when they're in court, and yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. But when they talking to the OG, it's nigga, you old nigga, you old nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when they get in front of Shay Whitey, niggas sitting straight up, proper. That ain't like they don't even look like the same guy. Like, we can't, our youth can't respect it coming from our elders, but you get right up here with Shay Whitey and could talk so proper, like you wasn't educated with me. I already know you educated. Your mother ain't fail you in that department. Nobody says she raised you wrong. We know she raised you to be intelligent. We never seen you on the news. We know you could talk. We hear it. Nobody's blaming your mother for raising you wrong. Nobody said that she didn't raise in a strong, intelligent black man. Nobody said that. And this proves it right here. But my appearance or me coming from the same place your father come from, have you treat me and talk to me different. Brother, I'm just as smart and educated as the people that you talk to. I may not have the degrees that they have, but I have the knowledge and the wisdom to tell you how to make it better with your pops.
I don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. It's just more so it's an olive branch. Like if if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely. I don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. It's just more so it's an olive branch. Like if if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that from his perspective he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and for me personally.
Why he couldn't talk to me like that? Because I'm black? Why he couldn't talk to me like that? Because I'm black? Well, I'm just a nigga? You know how much better it would have came across if me, it don't even matter because it went viral to the point that it got his father's attention, to the point that it got the world's attention, to the point that he made it to TMZ. That wouldn't have happened without my dialogue, without my line of questioning and my line of questions, and me being who I am as not only a writer and a journalist, just as a hurt father, a father that is missing his kids, right? So, like like Marquise, he may attest to it, but he or not, but he know this. I told him this ain't the first time that I wanted to talk to him. I was going to try to go on there sometime before. You know what I'm saying? Just the opportunity happened. And it was going to be the same thing back then. Shout out to Cookie. She know that. You know what I'm saying? So I wish he would have talked to me like he talked to Shay Whitey like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we probably would have got a lot further and it wouldn't have been no disrespect. Like right now, he's not disrespecting him. But to me, he was disrespecting him. When he get off of here, he go back to the Instagram, he's hashtag I am the dad. Like you're going back to it trying to impress the people that don't matter. You don't have to do that. If your feelings is hurt, just say yo, hashtag dad, I'm hurt. But disrespecting him is not going to bring you no closer to him. It's just going to push you away. Damn, dog. I'm giving you all the game, and I'm saying it publicly. Your father's watching. He's sitting there looking like, let's see if he do what he say. Like, see, I told you. You think he gonna listen to Choke? Oh, he ain't gonna listen to Choke. You know what I'm saying? Choke giving him all the game. Look what he doing.
don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. This is more so it's an olive branch. Like if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and
He cannot sit here and say it's never been about the money for him. Marquise, stop, dog. Stop. The bulk of our conversation was $6,700 was not enough money. It was Jack Squidly Dwight, however you refer to it as. It wasn't enough to start over with a new life. You made it all about the money. When your man, True, was clowning, talking about, yo, he gave your mother 25,000, and you got mad at him. You got mad at him because it was about the money. You cannot say it's not about the money. If it wasn't about the money wouldn't even be in a topic. You know, you wouldn't even say, yo, choke, I jumped out of burning building, I had to start over with a dollar amount. You wouldn't even said the dollar amount. So a lot of this is about the money. The reason y'all relationship is estranged is because it's about the money. Your mother sued your pops for 50 million. Not because of domestic violence, not because of a car accident or anything like that. None of that. Your mother sued your father because he said that he would take care of her for the rest of her life. Which the child support, him giving her 25 grand a month and she wanting more, and him going to the court, is all about the money. It don't have to be about the money moving forward, but even you said, Marquise, yo, I ain't got to have a Lambo, but I should be driving. Why should you be driving anything other than what you're driving that you provided for yourself? Your father's success is not your riches. He is not King Jofi Jaffa, and you are not our king. This is not coming to America. This is it coming to America took place in Queens, but this ain't coming to America. So don't say it's not about the money because it's not the money. And when you're looking off to the side, when you say that, that indicates you're lying. Just to let you know, as a person that is an investigative reporter that knows body language, when you say it's not about the money and you look it to the side, it's about the money, bro. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't about the money. If it wasn't about the money, y'all wouldn't have a beef. But what I do want from you, brother, is this same Marquise right here. That's the energy you got to have when you sit down with your father. F trying to impress niggas, F trying to be tough. Yo, bro, Well, I'm supposed to be scared of you, bro. You don't talk to the white guy like that. Look how you talk to the white guy. It's like you just got pulled over and you standing in the back of a police car. And you know you got a trunk full of drugs, nigga. You are talking very nice right now. But if it was a black man like me, I get the disrespect. If it's your father, the black man, he get the disrespect. But look how you talking to the white guy. Don't say it's not about the money. When you saying that you don't need a Lambo, but you should not be driving nothing but what you driving, brother. That's it, man. Now, just to let you know how authentic I am in this, let me tell you a story. What I did for you, and unintentionally, intentionally, whatever, however it was, at the end of this, you trust me, you and your father will be sitting down talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting that energy in the air for you, despite your ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen for you. You know what I'm saying? However it goes depends on you, how you humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you should know by now from all these messages of all these people in the world that don't know you or your father personally, but they all saying the same thing. There got to be some truth in what the majority of the people are saying. But trust me, brother, I love my children, right? Just like I love children, period. People on here will tell you they seen me with my goddaughter at the World Series. You know what I'm saying? I love children. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a child that was deprived of things because I didn't have it. So I want to always, whether it's my kids, or people around me, I try to enlighten for them to do better. And if I can help and if I can assist in showing them a different side of life, this is what I do. If I could create peace, this is what I do because I want it for myself. Now, just to give you a short story, Charlie Baltimore daughters, I put them on TV. I can't even tell you how many times. They wanted to be on TV. I put them on TV. Charlie daughter Indy is a model. I got on Rip the Runway. I had a be a judge on 106 and Park, this, that, and other. Now, I say all that to say this. During the Murder Inc. G Unit beef, well, I ain't gonna say during because that's a forever lasting. That shit exists right now. That's never gonna end. But during the heat of it, I took Charlie. I was working with Yayo. You know, I might have been managing Yayo at this time, right? But I brought Charlie Baltimore daughters up to the G Unit office. You may say I'm crazy. Other people may say I'm crazy. Why would I do that? This, that, and the other. Because Charlie daughters to me, it still feel like my stepdaughters or my nieces or my goddaughters, whatever. I love them. They mad at me now because they mother mad at me. But they know I love them, right? So I took them up to the G Unit office because I had to go by there and I was not going to take them back to Jersey and then come back. So I had to go meet up with Yayo. So I take them up there, right? When we up there, the younger daughter, Siani, she's on fire. Because if I don't know, for those who live the G Unit Murder Inc. beef, you know the songs that was made or whatever. You know, 50 was very disrespectful to Murder Inc. Right, and it was stuff said about Charlie too. You know, she was just a casualty of war. They didn't know Charlie. They had nothing to do with her, but she was standing next to them, so she got it too. And I take them into the office after doing. I produce BET now. It was when I was producing BET. I produced a show and I had them on the show. I did it in an ice cream shop or something or whatever. But then we went to the G Unit office afterwards, and Siani was just on fire. Like she was so hot with them, like she hated them, right? And we in the office, and India, she's a little older at the time, so she ain't feeling them neither, but she's more on chill. But Siani just ice grilling. So Yayo, he feel like the heat coming off her. He like, yo, like, what's up, shorty? Like, and she's like, she just jumped up on Yayo, like, yo, you was talking about my mother. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember word for word what she said, but she based up on Yayo. And Yayo looking at her like little girl. But Yayo was sympathetic to her feelings. He looking at her like, okay, like, you know, all right, shorty, all right, I know you can't beat me, but I understand you ready to fight me. You know what I'm saying? For your mom, I get it. And he apologized to her for whatever disrespect uh G Unit said about Charlie or whatever. And then Siani was cool and shit. So but I say that to say that um I don't mind jumping in the fire in situations that can better a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I mean, I told Charlie about what happened or whatever, but the moral of the story is that Charlie Baltimore daughter got an apology for how she was feeling as a child, you know, and something that she was a casualty of because her mother was a casualty of. So you hurt her mother, you hurt her, right? So her getting an apology from Yayo, and you know, 50 was in the office too or whatever, and but her getting an apology when she walking in there, they wasn't comfortable. Walking out of there, they was comfortable. And they got to tell their mother, yo, you know, yo, G Unit apologize. Like, yeah, my God, G Unit to apologize. Yay high. You know what I'm saying? So I keep laughing because I remember her face like basing up like it was like a little lion cub, you know what I'm saying, basing up to a big lion and stuff. So I keep laughing because I'm picturing her face like, you know, talking to Yayo and his face looking at her like like look at the little girl with the lion heart. But saying all that to say that like me talking to Marquise and him having that attitude towards me and this, that, and the other, and then having a different attitude with the white guy is I understand the emotional part of it. But you could take the emotion away like you do with the TMZ people, with your own people, brother. You ain't got a base with us. You ain't got a base with me. You ain't got a beef with me. Understand that where I'm coming from, and look at the solution, brother. Look at the solution. Now you're gonna have people be like, "Yo, your father clowned you. Yo, them niggas made jokes. This that." That's what they said to you, and you turn right around and go address it back like fighting fire with fire instead of fighting fire with water. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to fight fire with fire, Marquise. Like, and I know you don't have the wisdom yet, and I know you don't have the knowledge yet, because you got a bunch of ignorant people around you. Say, yo, you should do this, you should do that. You should have been like, yo, dad, you got me. That was funny. All right, when we sitting down, when we talking. That would have been a better response, brother. The better response would have been like, laugh out loud. Yo, that was dope. I like how you did that. That shot was dope. You funny. But when can we sit down and talk? That is the same energy that you brought on TMZ. That's how you was supposed. You ain't supposed to. That's how I suggest you should have responded to your father's video with the same energy from the TMZ video. Ha 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 ha. Funny. You ready to sit down and talk now? Not hashtag I'm the dad. Now you listening to the ignorant niggas again. You know what I'm saying? But let's the people see the energy I'm talking about.
To sit down and actually restore the situation. This is more so as the olive branch. And actually restore the situation. This is more so as the olive branch. Like if if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and for me personally, like it's more so for the relationship, the more than the money to me. Because if it's about the money, then I'm willing to put it up to to make at least make the situation a little bit better if possible. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the situation. If we do have a sit down, I don't necessarily know what to expect or what it looks like. But if it takes me paying him for his time, I'm more than willing to do that. Maybe we could just gain understanding of each other. Maybe we could understand each other a little bit better. Maybe that's what a better situation looks like. But I can't tell you exactly what it should look like or what it would look like, because then that's like me being a kid again and just living in my dreams. You get older, you're more mature. You start thinking about things, and it's like you might have questions. I mean, it's just a situation that's unfortunate, but it's like, well, what can you do at this point?
May I ask y'all, what do y'all feel about that? I said what I had to say. I could say more. I'm gonna let y'all type and I'll put it on the screen. How do y'all feel about the energy that he gave me? Everything that he just said is exactly what I that was the purpose of our conversation. But why can't our young black men talk to us like that? I wasn't attacking him. It's sad they look so much alike. It's crazy. It have to be that way. They do look so much alike, down to his teeth. Him talking through the media is worse. We're almost worse than, well, almost worse than his mother communicating through him. Shaking my head. Wow. These baby mamas are the reason for this ish. Stop it, ladies. You only hurt the children. Yeah, nigga, you grown now. Time to move on. Is it coming from a place of sincerity? That's the real question. His mother is the happiest when he tearing his dad down. Look how she was smiling and acting on the live. No mother would even co-signing that mess on IG Live. The disrespect amongst our people have been normalized. Yeah, somewhat true. He don't understand that his mom ruined the relationship, and on top of it, he was cooling with his dad ops. Can't lie, they are family. He was definitely trying to act tough with Choke. Choke, you got the best interview, bro. Thank you, Grizz. He looking for a bag. It ain't about the money, he said. He's still young. He still needs some guidance. Still forgive him. I don't think it's sad at all. You trying to make $1 out of 50, he said. That's stupid, man. He said he back for the re-up. He may know any better. The D part of it is they remove the fathers from the home, and these fatherless children are the ones doing the most evil by design. Salute. Shout out to Richie. See, I believe that if Marquise could get out his feminine feelings and just sit and just shut his mouth and get around his father and listen. Don't have a rebuttal for everything. Just get around him and absorb the jewels that he can give you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the part that I'm sure that hurt 50 is that, damn, I got a grown son out here. I got all this knowledge. I got all this money, and I can't give it to him. I got to give it to this person, this person, this person, that person, which ain't my own. But I would love to be Master P and he be Romeo. You know what I'm saying? He want that Master P Romeo relationship. What father wouldn't?
Council meeting after accusing Ukraine of carrying out a terror attack that severely damaged that bridge.
I had to rebuild my life over $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like that.
Fuck, this nigga is crazy. You're 25 years old. Why you still talking about child support? I get $5,000 a year when it was with me. That's why I took his mother to child support, because the bitch thought that she was supposed to get that much more, she wanted more. I told that motherfucker nothing. That nigga's funny.
Look, said, look, you know I don't never ask for shit, man. But I was thinking, nigga, can nigga get a little extra $6,700 a month for the shit we been doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend on fire up in there.
That niggas play too much.
I'm on that bullshit. I ain't back on that bullshit. I'm on that bullshit. I ain't back on that bullshit. Starting to feel like there's nothing left to talk about but the money. Bill collectors keep coming when a nigga fucked up to get money. Nigga, in high school I had coke and dope, money I blew. Now I'm sitting on Bugatti boat, money I'm eating. I get money, nigga, I shit.
See, Marquise, you could have been on stage being a hype man. You know what I mean? Don't worry, it's gonna work out for you, little homie. As soon as you learn to humble yourself and stop listening to these idiots around you to keep making you go back and forth, as soon as you can learn how to be the guy, as soon as you learn you could to be this guy with black people.
This is more so as an olive branch. Like, if you restore the situation, this is more so as an olive branch. Like, if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like, we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like, it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and for me personally. Like, it's more so for the relationship, more than the money to me. Because if it's about the money, then I'm willing to put it up to make at least.
I know it's about the relationship because you miss your father. What was the last thing I asked you during that conversation? Yo, do you miss your father? What you said? Oh, choke. If it's gonna go real bad. It's gonna go real bad, choke. It's gonna go real bad. Why you ain't real tough with Harvey, man? Huh? Why you ain't real tough with the people over at TMZ, man? I love homie. You're so proper. You got your college sweater on. Is that an HBCU college sweater? What does that say over there? I can't see. It's chopped in half. Little homie with your daddy teeth. Talk to your daddy with this energy and you're going to be fine. Trust me. This is the energy you got to have for your daddy. All that listening to these goofballs around you, this is the energy that you need. I promise you, brother, your life will change. You might get a Lambo. He might let you drive one of his Lambos. You know what I mean? Because he got more than you got. He got more cars than you probably got sneakers, right? No? Maybe not? I don't know. But you're allowed to drive all the cars that he got, though. Am I right? You could have got one for your birthday. But you keep listening to your friends, brother. Humble yourself. You ever heard of Kendrick Lamar's record? Humble yourself. Humble yourself. And you might let you just sit in the Bugatti. He might let you. Just humble yourself, Marquise. He love you. He still love you. The love ain't gonna change. Just gotta humble yourself.
I don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. It's just more so it's an olive branch. Like if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and for me personally, like it's more so for the relationship, the more than the money to me. Because if it's about the money, then I'm willing to put it up to to make at least make the situation a little bit better if possible. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the situation. If we do have a sit down, I don't necessarily know what to expect or what it looks like. But if it takes me paying him for his time, I'm more than willing to do that. Maybe we could just gain understanding of each other. Maybe we could understand each other a little bit better. Maybe that's what a better situation looks like. But I can't tell you exactly what it should look like or what it would look like, because then that's like me being a kid again and just living in my dreams. You get older, you're more mature. You start thinking about things, and it's like you might have questions. I mean, it's just a situation that's unfortunate, but it's like, well, what can you do at this point?
That boy misses daddy, like I said. It's gonna happen for you, little nigga. Don't worry. Not with no disrespect, though. It's gonna happen for you, brother.